please stop me there only. Okay. Yeah. So I assume like whatever we discussed in yesterday's session in respect of say types or Chomsky hierarchy and so on. So I hope everybody must have understood that, and I have given an additional recorded session as well there so that you can refer the same too. Now in today's session we'll be talking about some new terminologies. Like if you recall, we were discussing few things about this. The language over L over grammar G is set of strings derived from grammar. What exactly it means? So how exactly the grammar will look like? So let me say, for example, let me give grammar definition as grammar G, which is 4 tuples. Okay. So let us say my variables are S, A, B. Okay, as per definition. So if you recall, our definition was saying what? Our definition was containing this Vn sigma Ps. So I'm referring to that only. So that way only I'm writing. So this is a set that I'm writing. Correct. So SAB. Then I have terminals. Say for example, A comma B. Fine. Then I have production set which I'm going to declare in below, and then I have a start variable as S. So this is my grammar definition. So now my productions are how the productions will look like. Say for example, I write A, A, okay, B, B, B. Then A gives A, A, A or A. B gives B, B, B or B. Now if you recall, we said we will have production set as set of productions. P is set of productions or rules of the form alpha gives beta, where alpha and beta belongs to Vn union sigma star. So if you see, if I take union of these two sets, okay, I would be getting SAB and small ab. So if I take closure of it, then ultimately what I will get? I will get all possible combination. Towards left, I am having only one specific symbol right now, as per my grammar definition. Okay, so this is how my grammar will look like. A grammar G containing 3 variables. This is a sample example. And 2 non-terminals with production set given as like this with a start symbol. Fine. Now, let me adjust this. Okay, now how exactly I will end up by saying that I can generate some possible strings, because as per the language definition we said language L would be language L over grammar G. Language L over grammar G is set of strings derived from the grammar. Okay, derived from the given grammar. So ultimately it means G only. So we have grammar G to be like this. So how, on what basis I am going to say that it generates or it contains some LG? Correct. So what I will do is, in considering this part, let me try to generate something. So let us try to understand few terminologies. So like this LG would be set of strings, like a string W is part of LG, provided starting with the start symbol. If I follow these productions, I should be able to reach to W. Now, if you recall, while I talked about say some specific symbols, I said that we are going to make use of X, Y, Z, W as a to represent string. So that's what I'm doing here. S gives W. Now, like for example, if I start with S, So what if at all I want to apply, say, A. Now I have to replace this A, because when we are talking about language, we want only strings over this sigma. We don't want these elements. These elements cannot be part of your string. So how can I replace A by? If I write A there, then I will be getting A. This would be my first step. So this required me first step, this required me second step. So it took 2 steps for me to derive from S this string. Similarly, if I say B, let me replace this B by this B. So B. So I'll be getting this. So this is first, this is second. Correct? Are you with me? Everyone, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what I'm doing? Can somebody repeat other than Anand? Sanjot, can you repeat what I did here? Sanjot, please unmute and let me know like what exactly I did, what you understood from this. Sanjot, are you there? By the way, whenever I'm asking questions, if you are responding, then I would be considering that part as a class attendance as well, even if you mark or don't mark. Okay, your class participation would be considered on that front. Okay. So what I did was I started with the start symbol. I took the production A. I replaced A by A, so I got this string. So I stopped here. I don't have anything to be replaced for these A's because I don't have any production associated with it. Same case, I started with S. I used B. I replaced B by small b. So I got this B, and this B was replaced for this B. Correct. Similarly, if I move further, A. Now, instead of replacing A by A, which I did earlier, let me replace A by this only. So what I would be getting? A. Now, this A and this A is same. This A and this A is same. Now for this middle A, this A, I got this. Is that fine? Okay. So yes. Now again, if I have to terminate this, what I should do now? I will replace by A by the small a. So what I will get? A. Now these two A's, say for example, these two A's are these two A's. Then these two A's are these two A's, and this A is for this A. Correct? So I can go on deriving this. So you will see that 3, 5. What would be next length of a string? If I replace this A again by A, so 3, and then 1. So 3, 5, 7, 9. So that would be odd numbers. All odd numbers. Length would be odd number. Correct? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, if I do the same thing for this B, and then lastly B. Right. So I got 3, then I am getting 5, and so on. So can I say that I can derive string A in 2 steps? That's what I did, correct? I can derive A in how many steps? 1, 2, and 3. So this is 3. So if I want 99, length to be 99. What would happen in that case? How many steps would be there? So I have to compute then ultimately. So 3, 4, 5, and so on. So it will reach to length 99. But why should I compute it directly that way? So better let me represent it in some other way around. So when I'm saying this W, I might be talking about any such string. any such string with odd length, correct? Like even if you see, like it is an odd number, it is not in multiple of something. It is length is odd, but definitely length is starting with 3, 3, 5, 7, then 9, and probably go on. So if I talk about 99 to be length, probably it would be there. I don't know, but it definitely will be taking, say, multiple steps. Now I have to write that multiple steps. So how do I write it? I write this star. I write this star and I say W, where W is string with all age and length 99. This is in general I am saying. Now 99 you replace by any odd number greater than equal to 3. I can say this. So 1 step, 2 step. Now if it is 1 step or 2 step, I can definitely write. It could not be 1. It already would be starting with 2 steps. Correct. So I can I may require multiple steps rather to reach to this level where it would be generating this W. It would be generating this W. So this is one notation. So in this case, whenever I am talking about language, which would be kind of these strings, which can be generated from start. Now you will identify here that whatever the S I used in my grammar definition, I am using that as a start variable always, every time. Correct. So as an like a gesture, we are using this S as a start variable. You can have A there. Even if this S is not there, you can write A there. But whatever you write as a start variable, all string, every string should be derived from it. So whatever I did here to reach to the string, this is called as derivation. Okay, and this derivation may require some steps starting with 1 to n. So whenever I am writing this language, I will be writing like this, and W belongs to sigma star. So language L over grammar G is defined as set of strings W, where every such W is derived from S and W belongs to sigma star. So this is what my definition of a language is. Is that fine? Now you don't care. You don't care now what this W contains, whether A's or B's or what, zeros or ones. I don't care. They should be part of sigma. That's what we are trying to tell. Correct? So we have to maintain this consistency of implementation or of the strings. Consistency of implementation of these strings. Any question till this? What is language? As I said earlier, like in a textual terminology, let me add it. So I said you can read this now. A language L over grammar G is set of strings derived from grammar. So derived is whatever we did here. This process is called as derivation. So this is multi-step derivation. Whenever you write star. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I give you a grammar, can you generate strings? Now we can conclude that this string would be containing. Now we had here only A's or only B's would be there, correct? From S. But every string should be of odd length. That's what it is trying to tell. Now when I said this W belongs to sigma star, now your sigma is AB, but can it be AB, AB, AB? No. This LG is subset of sigma star. So we said W is belonging to sigma star. But whenever we are talking about W, W would be containing only A's or only B's. So you can add that constant too. Correct? For this language. For this set of strings. So in this case, L would be what? A, B, B, B. Okay, then A, B, 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 B. Then you have 7 times 7, 8, sorry, 7, 9, and so on. So this represents language L for the given grammar G. Yes. Any question?
Sir, I have a question. Yeah.
Yeah. Please,
So
please.
you said we can add the constant of W having only A's or only B's, But I'm wondering why, because in the set that you mentioned, S produces A, capital
Yeah,
A.
this case only I am saying this is a constant we have, because can I get single A here from S?
No,
No. Can I get single B or two A's here? No. If
no.
I could have got them, then constant may not matter. Okay, now suppose my grammar contains production set like this. So let me write it. Huh? S gives A, sorry, S gives AS or A. What would be this language? This is the only production that I have in my grammar. If I start doing this kind of, if I start giving this kind of derivation for every string, what it will result to? So first of all, I am getting this one step derivation. S gives terminal. So my language in this case would be containing what? A, correct? Am I right? Then if I replace this S by A, then again I would be getting two A's. So if I get, say, for example, AS, again I am replacing AS. So it would be like what? AS, then AAS, then AAA. So I would be getting three A's, four A's, five A's. So in this case, this is what? String of A's only, length to be greater than equal to 1. Correct? Now this would be the constant. Now if at all I don't care about what is the length. So if I write like this, for example, which would be first string that you can come up with in this case?
Empty epsilon.
Correct. So first string would be epsilon. Second string would be, if I replace S by epsilon, then I would be getting A. Like in mathematics, you must have learned something called as identity. Correct? So whenever you are writing A and space, this is empty. You don't care. It is kind of slash zero for you. Correct? It is kind of slash zero for you. We don't count it. At machine level, it would be counting it as 2. But we say only what is the length of string that you gave? 1. A. So whenever I'm writing A epsilon, it is A only. It is A only. Fine. So in this case, what it would be? A, 2 A's, 3 A's, and so on. So this is length greater than equal to 1. This is length greater than equal to 0. Is that fine?
Yes, my doubt was that if, according to the grammar, there is no possibility of there being AB, AB, AB.
Correct, correct.
So if there is no possibility, then why does that have to be a constraint? So
No,
does
no.
the definition, language definition come first, or do we mention the grammar first?
See, two things. Sometimes what happens, you are given a grammar, you are asked to construct language. And you are given language, you are asked to construct a grammar. Now in this case, I am given a grammar, and from that grammar, I am constructing a language. Now when I said a language L over grammar G is set of strings derived from grammar. So only those strings would be there which can be derived. So I know now this grammar can only generate these strings. Whatever I am saying like this, correct? Strings with all A's or probably all B's kind of thing. So when I say that, ultimately I'm putting actually a constraint, because if I talk about this, can I say here there is any constraint? String of A's only with length. Again, there will be every language will have its own constraint. Now see, what is character set of Python or C language? Very big set, correct? We have a very big character set of the language. Okay, let me
Yes.
see. So, like how many possible words can be generated from that language? So let me write one thing rather, considering C to be an example, correct? So let me try writing it. So if I say, can I use this as a function name, which is an inbuilt function? RINPTF. So printf, I jumbled the characters and I wrote this. System will never understand that, because system knows only printf. So whenever you are writing this thing, then it says, okay, it seems this is user defined one. I don't know what it is. So it may possibly throw an error, or it may treat it as undefined, not yet defined. Correct. So on that basis, when I say this, whenever I'm talking about this kind of language, if I say AB, 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 is it defined here in this set? No. Can I derive it from S? Definitely not. That is the reason why I'm saying your grammar may force the constraint. And according to that grammar, like because of the grammar only, you are going to reach to some set of strings, and those strings should be having some constraint. What would be the possible length? Correct. Now you must have seen, like whenever you are defining an identifier for in a language, is there any constraint on what should be the name of an identifier? Is there any constraint on what should be the length of identifier?
That it should not be a keyword, I guess.
Okay, that one. Other than that, I'm talking about length perspective, Even
Oh,
let us take example. Like if you go to this, say for example, these participants of this particular meeting. Okay, you may see there is an option available which can show you like how many participants are. Correct. Now at the bottom part, like probably I don't know, like are you able to see the things, people's names of the students? So see now our names are limited, having limited characters. Do we have limited characters in our names? Say I can see like the biggest name in this case probably is Shubhangi or Yogeshwar. I don't see maybe Shubhangi, Yogeshwar. Yeah, only those two names seems to be the bigger in terms of number of characters. So think of this, like you are adding say 100 characters in your name. Why we kept this small? Even like for example, when our friend circle is so like for example, whenever I'm talking about Yogeshwar perspective, a word, correct? Or maybe a first name, like for example, Nitin. So you may not be referring always Nitin as Nitin. You would be having some paid like name given to that particular person. How you are referring him or her, because you wanted a small representation. Otherwise, think of this: your friend's name is containing 99 characters, and then you are calling with that name. So till the time you pronounce complete name, the person will reach to you. Correct? Am I right? So
yeah.
always there would be some constraints like this. Your language itself or the person who is designing the language may force these constraints on you. So the constraint in this case was provided by me because I created this. I gave you this kind of grammar. Then suddenly what I did, I changed my grammar and I said, okay, let my grammar be like this. Then again I said, okay, let my grammar like this. So now if I compare these three sets, this one and this one, are they different?
Yes, sir.
Definitely yes. Definitely yes. Because this is sigma star. This is sigma plus. But this is subset of it. Subset of it. Correct. But even like why I'm saying subset, because it is going to only pick, say for example, whenever I get 5 or 3, this would be there. 5 would be there, but 1, 2, 4 would not be part of this. But they definitely are here. So that is the reason why we always say language is subset of sigma star. Allah, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me give you an example now. So you try to like solve the problem and you have to upload that on Moodle directly. Fine. By that time I'm adding the problem. Okay. So you start solving it this way. I want you to give the language. You have to upload that on Moodle. So I'm adding till you are solving. Take pen and paper. You have to solve it and you have to upload it. Allah, you people have registered to Moodle or not yet?
I think you added us, sir, manually.
Okay.
12 of us.
Yeah, I'm assuming that you all are there. Each one of you must have logged in. Let me see who hasn't logged in. Manisha Chauhan hasn't logged in. Jay Deshmukh, Akshay Deshmukh. Few people are there. Like if they are in the class, probably Manisha Chauhan, Jay Deshmukh, Akshay Deshmukh, Suchita Mishra, Rucha Narale. Allad, you must not have again joined. Jisa, Shubham, Kunal Shinde, and Priyanka Shirsat. You haven't logged in on Moodle yet. So please log in because you have to submit your this problem solving session there only. Now I assume you must have understood this. Take a screenshot of this. Rather, let me add that. sort
Sir,
out? Sorry.
I have one question.
Yeah,
Sir,
please.
there is no any restriction on defining the grammar. Like I can define as a start from A, capital A and then capital B.
Okay, so let me add a clarification here. So when you are giving grammar definition, so if you recall, when we discussed grammar, we said it contains four tuples, correct? Set of variables, set of inputs, set of production, and start variable. And this S should be belonging to VN. Whatever you write here would be your start variable. So it is not necessarily yes, it could be A. You have to mention that this is a start variable. So for the example that I would be solving, or I would be asking, in most of those cases, my start variable will remain as yes. Now suppose, for example, Rutuja decides my grammar definition would be containing some variables and always my start variable is going to be A. So instead of this S, I will write A there, or S equal to A, I will write that way. Is that fine?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so it is your decision, whoever is giving the grammar. Fine. So let me give the grammar, and I want you people to think of, like, I assume, have you taken screenshot of this? Please take screenshot of this, so that you can come up with this derivation. Have you taken? Like I don't have access because right now I have attached my iPad there, and let me see if I can do that. Okay, from machine. Yeah, I could get it.
Yes, sir.
So I am adding that into chat window for you people to refer to. Okay, so you can use this. So now I am adding a problem. Okay, which you have to work around. Okay, so this is a grammar, and now for this grammar, you have to add the solution. I want at least 5 to 6 strings generated by you using this grammar. I don't care about length. Then we will see, like, can I give in language, in words rather, definition of this language, like the way that I did earlier for my example. Like for example, in this case, I said W is a string with all A's and length to be 99. For example, for this W. Like now, if I have to describe this language, how will I describe? L is a language containing strings over A's and B's, where either only A's would be there or only B's would be there, but length of every string which is part of L is going to be an odd number greater than equal to 3. This is my language definition. So you must have seen now. It required me 10 to 12 words rather to define what the language is, or maybe more than that probably. Okay, so try to do that. So this is your problem. Work with it. So I'm adding this problem as a screenshot too. Solve this. So you take pen paper and you have to upload this onto Moodle site. So I'm adding that by the way. So you start solving. You may not require to be attentive now. You have to finish your solution and go to Moodle and then submit it. I have added the activity on Moodle. So when you are done, I will ask you, like when you are done, you only raise your hand so that I can ask you to share. So I have added that on Moodle. So you can see that time I have provided there is till 7. Fine. But I expect you to finish the task at the earliest so that we can work with other examples too. So you have 21, as per the timing, it says 21 minutes. So hardly it should take 5 to 6 minutes for you to give me 10 strings. So you should write L to be like this. So L would be there. You are going to write first, so second, third, fourth, and then you write dot dot dot. So I want you to give 10 strings as a result, and you have to capture the photo of it and upload it. Okay, if you have any query, you can pass it to me on WhatsApp group. Allah, I am sharing a TCS group on your mobile number. So you can ask students
Okay,
to
sir.
join it. So I'm switching off camera for a while. Okay. So that I can generate the strings and write it there as a solution from my side.
Sir, 10 is enough or more?
You can go more than that, but like minimum 10 are required. Fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you can stop anytime and then you can add it there. So good. So I got Chinmay's strings. Chinmay. Okay, pick your first line. Okay, am I audible, Chinmay? Chinmay, are you there? Chinmay, I am not able to hear you. Yes, please do join.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So, okay. Now, if I see your solution, what you did was now read the first line that you wrote after the productions, correct? So you directly
Right.
replaced yes by epsilon. We don't have anything directly. Your second line seems to be okay. First line is will not work because you cannot end up by taking use of it and reach to A. You can never. It is not. It is not going to end directly. So it would be what you are going to replace S
Oh,
by, even if you see you replace S by directly A. No, what about that
right,
previous A? Okay.
right.
Yeah. So resubmit it. You can remove
Okay,
that
sir.
submission and you can resubmit.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and even if, like, by the way, even if you are making any mistake, don't worry because this is first session where you are going to do work. So we definitely will take care of it. Don't worry there about anything.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, my network was gone. That's why I have joined late, and now I can't understand what we have to do.
Okay. Let it be now because let me show you what I want you to do. So if you see the screenshot that I have added there, have you seen the screenshot in the chat window?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I did was I was given this kind of grammar. Okay. Then I wanted to reach to this kind of string. So how can I do that? So I took A and I replaced this A by this small a. So A, this I replaced A by A. Similarly, I did
Yes.
B, and I replaced that B by B and so on. So now next time when A was there, because it is a set, so you don't want repetition, correct? So in that case, you wanted
Yes.
to replace A by now the other string. Right, and then you are replacing A last by small a. So you are getting 5. So similarly for B and so on. So you see that, and accordingly you have to do it for the problem that I give.
Okay, sir.
See if you can, otherwise don't worry. B. Very good, Piyush. You did very good job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I'm checking others too. No, Aishwarya. Okay, good. Aishwarya, you can avoid writing epsilon.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so even if you don't write, it's okay. Not needed to be written every time. But yeah, you also did a fantastic job. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
By the way, I assume, as I told that day only, like you have to maintain your solutions, your notebook. I am going to grade that too. Okay, later. What are the things that you are writing? Chinmay. Okay, Chinmay. Chinmay, I think you haven't changed yet, na?
Sir, actually regarding that, I have a question.
Hmm.
See, in that my first, sorry, my light went off.
Oh.
Okay, sir. So in that, my first was A and AB, right? Um,
Sorry.
so
Yeah, you wrote A and AB. My point is that A and AB would be there, but the way that you derived,
oh, okay. The
is
way
the
I
problem.
derived was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Because we wanted derivation.
Right,
Correct. It's not only generating strings. Correct. So you
right.
have to you have to modify it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please. Thank you. Yes. Now Rucha. Let me see. Rucha did A S A E. Very good, Rucha. Rutuja, you haven't written L. You derived the strings. Correct?
Sir, the set of epsilon, A epsilon, this is the L of G, na?
No. But let's see. You have to write language set. Correct? The way that I wrote in my example. If you see.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you see the way that I wrote, na, this one, I want you also to write that way. Fine. So you can modify it, though it is correct. But like keep this because we are going to use your solution. I want to show few things to the students. Though I evaluated it, don't worry. Okay, I give the marks.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Pranjal, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how come you reach to AA? If you see, there is nothing giving us directly A from yes. There is always
Yes.
a variable, correct? So, but you directly replaced yes by A, which is not
Yes.
correct. Which is not correct. Fine. So you have to modify your solution. This is wrong.
Yes.
Some of
Yes.
the strings may be part of your final thing, but they actually are not. Fine. Try to modify it.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, Pushkar. Pushkar, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now please note, if you recall the definition, whenever we derive any string, this should be sigma star, correct?
Sir.
Now in your language, if you see the L that you wrote capital elements too. They are not expected to be there. Is that
Okay.
fine? So you replace all of them, each A and B, whatever you wrote capital ones, by epsilon. Ultimately, other things are part of it. But even your language is not complete that way. Fine?
Okay. Sir. Okay.
Okay. So you write again L where you replace that each B and A. And epsilon can never be part of S because S is not giving us epsilon at all. Is it giving us epsilon? No.
Okay, sir.
At least one element would be there, na? Either A or the small b. Either of them would be there. In this case also, if I replace A by epsilon, I would be getting A. There would not be any string with length 0. Fine. So modify it. Very good. But still, good try.
So did my solution get uploaded on Moodle?
Let me check. Now only I assume you added, na?
Yeah, like 1 minute back.
Wait for a minute. Allah, yeah, I got it. So let me check. TCS task. Good.
Even I think writed epsilon.
Yeah, you wrote epsilon, but it's okay. Like you can skip it. By the way, like if you see carefully, if I go with this S gives AA, and if I keep A as epsilon, ultimately I am going to get small a2, correct?
Yes, sir.
Which seems you skipped, and you wrote only those elements and you finished the bracket. Actually, always it should be dot 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 the way that
Oh,
I wrote
right,
here.
sir.
Okay, but good try, very good, very good.
So so different ways to derive it, but same strings, so they count as different.
You need to count them different because set cannot contain repeated, na?
Right.
As per definition of set.
Okay, so that epsilon we don't need to write it, but it makes a
Epsilon,
difference.
yeah, it would be making difference there rather in the derivation of the strings. Okay, but the point is like even if you don't write that, it's okay. See, like while I am speaking some words, always there is a like how you differentiate between the words that I talk or I am uttering now. You know the word, that's why you are assuming that there is a delimiter space. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Think of this. Suppose if after pause, every pause, word pause, then ultimately it would be irritating, correct?
Yes.
Because I am specifically telling. So it is assumed epsilon is always there.
Okay.
Pushkar, you have to modify your solution, by the way. Okay, so I will increase the time. By the way, like you can upload till 7:45, but try to do yourself. Okay. So if any queries are there, you can ask me on in our group. So I earlier thought of making different groups, but then okay, it's okay. So I will be keeping that time till 7:45. So you can upload your solutions by that time. Is that fine? Okay, so I am stopping this class now. So we'll continue in tomorrow's session.